Hello there, friends. Let's take a quick peek at Candel Therapeutics and the huge news that is definitely causing a stir in the markets today. As far as where we're looking at 11:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're looking at $1.14 per share, up 30 cents per share, which 36%, that is nothing to scoff at. Anyways, right now we're a little closer to $1.17, up nearly 40% as of 11:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Volume, significant volume, average volume daily, we're looking at about 31,000, has kicked up to about 22 million shares traded so far today, and days range anywhere from $1 and a penny all the way up to $1.46 a share. We've kind of come out of a bit of a lull, bit of a dip, and we are on the rise as of right now. But first, let's talk about the news that's come out so that we can address whether or not that this is an option for us today. Anyways, Candel Therapeutics has received a Fast Track Designation from the U.S. FDA for its lead investigational adenovirus asset, CAN2409. We'll call that CAN2409 for the rest of this video. In combination with the prodrug valacyclovir, the Fast Track designation is granted for treatments of patients with pancreatic ductal adenocarcinoma, so PDAC, with the aim of improving overall survival rates. Key points from this release is obviously that Fast Track designation. Candel Therapeutics has been granted it in combination with valacyclovir, I should say, for treating patients with the pancreatic carcinomas, unfortunately. So we're looking at pancreatic cancer, which is, let's just say, devastating as far as if you get diagnosed with it. Very, very tough cancer to overcome. So we're talking about a clinical stage company here. Candel is a biopharmaceutical company focused on developing multimodal biological immunotherapies to assist patients in combating cancer, in this specific case, pancreatic cancer. Interim data reports. The decision follows Candel's first interim data report from a randomized phase 2 clinical trial in patients with borderline resectable PDAC. The interim analysis showed prolonged and sustained survival with CAN2409 compared to real-world data on patients receiving radiotherapy treatment. Again, pancreatic cancers typically work fast. They are devastating, and to see any sort of improvement on that, well, I'm all for it personally. Overall survival data update. Candel is on track to release updated overall survival data from the interim analysis on the phase 2 clinical trial in the second quarter of 2024. So we got about 6 months or so of waiting on that. Encouraging results. They're seeing encouraging overall survival and immunological biomarker data from the interim analysis that was presented to the Society of Immunotherapy of Cancer, so SITC, on that, their annual meeting that they had. The survival rates at 24 and 36 months in patients receiving CAN2409 plus prodrug regimen was significantly higher compared to patients treated with standard chemoradiation alone. Basically, they're taking an immunotherapeutic approach on this. CAN2409 is basically described as an off-the-shelf replication defective adenovirus designed to induce a systemic immune response against tumors. So basically, we're trying to encourage our own bodies to do the fighting for us, which is pretty interesting. The treatment involves delivering the herpes simplex virus HSV-tk gene to the tumor site, which, when combined with valacyclovir, it triggers an immune response against cancer cells. Again, using your own body. Amazing. Clinical trial focus. The CAN2409 is currently in ongoing clinical trials for non-small lung cancer, so NSCLC in phase 2, borderline resectable pancreatic cancer in phase 2, and localized non-metastatic prostate cancer in phase 2 and 3. So the Fast Track designation criteria is granted to medicines that have the potential to treat serious conditions and fulfill unmet medical needs right now, right? So it allows for more frequent interactions with the FDA, and if the criteria are met, eligibility for accelerated approval and priority review, which means that this has the eyes of the FDA on it. Basically, you pick up a phone, you got somebody to talk to, which when you're dealing with the bureaucratic mess that is our government right now, is an important thing. It's important to have that red phone that you can call and get things moving a little bit faster as far as, especially when it comes to something as devastating as pancreatic cancer. So pancreatic cancer is a highly lethal malignancy, ranking as the 4th leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States. PDAC accounted for 90% of all pancreatic carcinomas and is particularly challenging to treat, emphasizing the need for effective therapeutics. So, again, it's PDAC is sort of that central focus for pancreatic cancer. You find a way to treat PDAC, you find a way to basically help out the vast majority of pancreatic cancer sufferers. Candel is focused on developing off-the-shelf multimodal biological immunotherapies that elicit a systemic anti-tumor immune response, with CAN-2409 being a lead product candidate designed to address the urgent need for effective treatments in challenging cancers like PDAC. Anyways, I obviously don't know if this is a buy today or not. Obviously, the news has already hit, but what I can say is that the news gives me hope for our future as far as cancer treatments, right? Finding a way to encourage our own bodies to fight for us is really going to be key towards our health in the future, towards our longevity, towards attacking and beating the things that are bringing us down in general. So I'm all for it. I'm rooting for them. Don't know if I'm buying any of this today, but we did a quick discussion, and I'm pretty happy to see the results that they have going on. Anyways, invest carefully, invest wisely. Your money, your risks. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a professional. Have a great day.